What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got actually a pretty hype Alliance War video for you guys today. Team is Sunspot at rank 5 this time, Warlock, and we got my girl Quake as well. Stepping up to the first node, which I thought I was going to take noted because usually it's Bane. Bane isn't too tough to get around, but we end up going to Quake, and it turns out to be a Mordo. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, we're fine. We're not running suicide, so this fight won't be as fast as usual. But for the first cycle of the power gain, Quake does just fine. And we get him down to just under 70% before his power gain comes up again. And yeah, so we end up timing perfectly the stun and the power gain, so he's just below a bar of power. And then we got another stun via parry in order to again prevent his power gain from coming up again. And the concussion stayed on long enough that for the third cycle we were fine as well. And that's the fight. So took down that Mordo pretty easily. That the fact that we were able to time that heavy to interrupt his power gain was kind of a big deal. Alright, so next up we've got a Mutant on here. It's only rank 4. I'm thinking of going in with Warlock. So in the last video I mentioned that Warlock is cold snap immune. And yeah, who was it? It was Legacy who told me during my Legends run that Warlock is cold snap immune because there was an Iceman. I didn't know he was cold snap immune, so I just went in with Ghost instead of Warlock. And then he told me, dude, why didn't you go in Warlock? Warlock is cold snap immune. And I was like, oh, really? But here we go. And just to show you guys, there you go, cold snap immune. So I'm not taking the cold snap damage, which is really nice. And just kind of hitting into his block so that we can build up the infection. And now that we have the infection up, plus we have weakness, it's causing him to lose power as well. So the fact that Warlock can get that weakness up via the mastery plus the infection allows us to prevent a lot of his power gain. And there you go, Iceman down, super easy. The next fight I wanted to take, I forget who it was, but bum ass Kakarot ended up taking it. I think it was an Ebony Mob. I wanted to take it with Sunspot though, just to show some Sunspot gameplay, because I'm really digging him. But you guys will get to see it. I use him 2 more times in this Alliance War video, and one of those 2 times is actually this fight. So this is a 6-star at rank 1. I was kind of confused at the starts because it didn't show any class. Like usually it'll be question marks, but yeah, no question marks. But then I went back in and was like, oh, okay, there's the stars and the health and the tag. Alright then. And so I end up taking this noted because I think I didn't want to wait. Keep in mind, I'm not even boosting. I'm just so used to not boosting anymore for Alliance War. It might be just because my path is relatively easy. And we start off the fight by just evading his SP1 since it's a Power Start 1. I don't really remember what his SP2 looks like, so yeah, we're better off just evading the SP1. Alright, and this is for Tiffany, who does not know how to play Sunspot. As you can see there, whenever the opponent has Incinerates on you and you get a parry, all the hits after will be perfect blocks, which is a really nice kit that he has. Alright, we go in for a few hits, and SP2 takes him down. So 26 hits to take down 95k health. Pretty freaking solid. Alright, Onto the next fight. The next fight, I believe, is protection shielding, and the force of will, and I think it comes with okay, feats of power. I thought it was a different node, but it's feats of power. So at each power bar, power star, or level 1, they'll have I believe it's a fury. Level 2, I forget what it was, but I don't think he ever gets there anyways. But we end up going with Warlock, because I believe the calculator I used said it was going to be Iron Man Infinity War. So yeah, both of my other champions would not have been a good matchup. So yeah, we end up going with him. And yeah, because of like I said, because of Warlock's infection, and because we have all these debuffs on him, and since he's running willpower, he's losing power every single second. So as you can see, you can visually see him losing power. Alright, and I think we pop in one more L2, and I believe the L2 kills him. Oh, I lied. Going for, I think we started going for heavies this time. Alright, going 1 heavy, 2 heavies, and a 3rd heavy does it. Alright, and then the next 2 fights, Kakarot ended up taking them, so it's fine. I wanted to take that Omega with Warlock. The Modok I didn't want to really take, but we do end up getting 2 back-to-back Sinisters. Now the only thing is, I really wish that this first Sinister was a rank 5, just for the health pool. Just because I really wanted to see how hard I wanted to see a meaty L2, man. When you're playing Sunspot, you want to see those meaty L2s, where your feet just goes through the opponent's skull. But yeah, so keep in mind. So this is the Counter Tactics Stun Immune mini. In tier 1 at least, and because we're fighting against Mr. Sinister, all those incinerates, they get reflected back onto you, so don't have to worry about those at all. And yeah, missed the block on there, or the evade I mean, but we're fine so far. Now the cool thing about this interaction, the first time I went into a Sinister fight with Sunspot, I was like, damn, I'm screwed. But yeah, in the end we were fine because we're Sunspot, and I had one of those anime genius moments, like, oh, wait a second, we get infinite incinerates. And then yeah, we go in with the L2, first hit kills him, and man, that kind of felt like that scene in Fire Force where the main character just knees the one of the bad guys in the face. Alright, on to the next fight. We got a Mr. Sinister, and this Mr. Sinister was a lot more troublesome than I thought it was going to be. I was thinking, okay, I got Warlock, we should be 100% okay, but for some reason, damage just wasn't there. I'm thinking it was my fault, mostly because I wasn't throwing SV2s as fast as I should have, I believe, just to increase my damage more. But another thing is that without suicides, Warlock isn't the best damage dealer. However, as soon as you boost up his attack, his damage just goes through the roof. If you watch my Legends run, where I used Warlock, keep in mind I did have full suicides and full boost, but even still, like, he was hitting pretty comparatively hard. A champion with suicides and full boost. So let's see. I believe it's okay. So both Ghost and Corvus with full suicides and boosts they'll both hit around 10 to 11k on the mediums. And Warlock, with all those boosts and stuff, was hitting close to that. I believe it was 9 to 10k after an L2, of course. But regardless of how you look at it, it's still a lot of damage. Yeah, without all those attack multipliers, Warlock just isn't dealing that much damage. So in the future, because I run suicides anyways, I might just run it with Warlock with suicides for a Sinister fight. The other thing is that because he has the armor, all my regular non-crits are also hitting pretty weak, as you can see. There's like 269, which is really, really pitiful. Alright, and now we're going down to the wire where we have less than a minute left. I'm like, shoot, man. We are getting pretty close, man. We have close to 30 seconds. And I also get hit with his heavy because he kind of holds it too. Alright. Now we're going to bait one more special one. There we go, and throw in our SP2, and that gets him close, but just not enough. And now we just start throwing heavies, and yeah, we finally finish it. So, pretty long fights, but in the end we got it through. No deaths this war, plus we had that sick Sinister fight. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.